Hi, everyone. So, Facebook does this thing where it says getting ready, but actually you're live, just so you know. All right, everyone. So, I'm coming to you from a moment of stuck. It's really interesting, and let me know if you have this too, where you get to a spot in your house. Now, I would imagine if you live with people, maybe it's different, but maybe not. So you get to a space in your house and you're like comfortable and you have all your shit that you need. And it's hard to get physically up. It's not that it's hard, it's just like, I don't wanna. So I'm in that moment. And the glory of being in this moment, in this corner spot of my house is I was able to pull this chair over and get live. And so this morning, I missed the 9-ish meditation that I lead. And I laid in bed, not knowing what time it was. I got up at 6. And then I was like, ooh, I played this little game. And I was like, am I going to get up at 9? And I'm like, let's just see. And that game has been working. But today, I was like, okay, I missed it. And there was like a good 10 minutes when I didn't look at the clock, but my body knew it's later than you think it is. And I'm here to celebrate. I didn't beat myself up, but my first thought was like, okay, maybe it doesn't happen on Friday. So, like, that excuse making, like rationalizing, if you will, to make myself right, because there was a fear of like beating myself up or doing the wrong thing or letting you all down. And then I was like, fuck it, that's just what happened today. And that is so cool. And I want to share it with all of you. And, my day is not going as it should, whatever that means. But the cool thing is, I was able to notice the difference. So I got a text message that like came at me. And right away I was reactive. I'm like, that's interesting. I didn't meditate. I didn't have my morning thing. I lit the candle. I didn't do my gratitudes yet. I didn't do my desires yet. And so I noticed the difference of having a morning sit versus not. And then I also was like, I did a really long live last night for an hour. I'm like, that's it. I gave enough. So this teenager who doesn't want to get in trouble, and I just posted a whole thing about this on Instagram, which is if you have that thing about getting in trouble, and if you're watching this on the replay or you're here live, hello, do you have that thing about getting in trouble where it's like, like that gasp, I forgot something, I'm late for something, I let somebody down. And there's a way to explain yourself where it feels like indebted, like, ugh, like it's victim, like I fucked up, I'm wrong, I'm sorry, I'm a piece of shit. Versus the other way, which is like, wow, I really care, so I want to explain to you what actually happened. And they sound like the same thing. It's the same action being taken, but the mindset and the feeling in your heart is different. So if you feel like you have to explain yourself, and you have to, it's probably because you didn't want to be doing that thing anyway. And there's a part of you that's like, oh my God, I did it on purpose. I self-sabotage. The truth is, I don't want to be here. An example would be a job you don't really want to go to, a party you don't really want to go to, and then you forgot about it, or you're late, or you're sick, and you don't know how to call in, because deep down inside, you're like, I really don't want to fucking go anyway. And when you explain in that situation, you're basically saying, I really hate this shit anyway, and now I feel guilty that on top of hating it, I feel like that I hate it. I'm self-sabotaging because I'm resentful for even going here. Versus like, oh wow, I missed the meditation. I feel sad. I see the impact. I feel like, man, and I also really care. So there's a different feeling where it's like, here, I really want to do it. And the explaining oneself as a victim, as a, like, I fucking don't want to ever come back here, versus like, oh, I made a mistake, you know? And I think it's so nuanced. But so let me know if you're getting what I'm saying. But if you have that fear of getting in trouble, this will make total sense to you, I hope and think. Because, yeah, if you have a boss that's kind of like whack and then you have to call in sick, it's so much harder than when you have something you really wanted to go to because there's a natural disappointment versus like, ugh, I hate that shit anyway. And then when you hate that shit and you have to pretend that you care when you call and say like, oh, I'm really sorry. You feel, if you're empathic, if you're a sensitive being, which I'm sure everybody is who's here, otherwise you wouldn't be drawn. There's this like fear of the truth getting out, which is like, I fucking hate this shit anyway. So let me know what you think about that. It's something that I really love, and it's it's really important to get the difference, because when you care about something and you explain yourself, it's appreciated. When you care about the person, when you care about the situation, when you care about what you're doing, and you offer an explanation, it's coming from a place of love and genuine connection. When you don't give a shit, you don't have to explain yourself. You can just be like, sorry, that's not going to work for me. Thank you so much, but no. I'm sorry I can't make it today. Because what's going to happen if you explain yourself in that situation, you're going to be fumbly and bumbly and stuttery because you're trying to pretend you care. This is so good. I'm so glad I'm getting this out. And if you actually care, it might get messy because you've been doing this one for so long. But if you actually care, then it'll be genuine. All right, y'all, let me know what you think about this. It's a really good thing to help work with stuff that turns into a shit sandwich. And eating a shit sandwich sucks. All right, just for news. So as of tomorrow night at midnight, the early bird price of $4.98 is over for Get Your Sexy On, Upping Your Self-Worth. And then it goes up to $5.98, and then the final price is $6.98. So if you really want to do this program and you want to be in this month jump start and you want to head towards the end of 2020, feeling fucking amazing and like you could do anything and like a fucking rock star, and maybe you want to start working on your big audacious dream, get in on the $4.98. I usually don't talk price and stuff, but fuck it, it's not a secret. So I'll put the link up here for you. And again, this ends Halloween night at midnight. So you're saving $200 if you're interested. I'll put it in the comments. And use the code ACTION. And then the next day, it goes up to $100 savings. And even if you don't get any of the savings, it's completely worth it. All right, everybody, have a glorious day. Today is the Friday Coven around 4 p.m. on my regular main page, and I will see you there. Mwah!